She'd wake before the rooster crowed, floor her on hands in cotton robe, crack 2 eggs with quiet grace. The sun would rise right on her face. She'd iron shirts and polish shoes, fold hymnals marked with Sunday truths, and tie my tie, then fix my hair with fingers soft like whispered prayer. The hands that made Sunday didn't shake. They kneaded dough and wiped each plate. They held the door, they passed the grace. They caught my tears and cupped my face. I thought God spoke from skies so high, but He moved through those hands by my side. She'd brush the porch, then brush my knees, and hum old hymns in broken keys. Her Bible worn, her fingers bent, but not a single touch misspent. The hands that made Sunday didn't shake. They kneaded dough and wiped each plate. They held the door, they passed the grace. They caught my tears and cupped my face. I thought God spoke from skies so high, but He moved through those hands by my side. Now I see them in my wife, and how she moves through daily life. The hands that made Sunday still remain in every hug that bears her name. And when my daughter says her prayer, I feel those hands still linger there. Heaven's voice may come one day, but I heard Him first through hands that made Sunday. Bedroom frame on County Lane, leaky roof and window pane, no granite tops or chandelier, but somehow love lived louder here. She stitched the curtains from old sheets, scrubbed the floor till it showed heat, hung up smiles where walls had cracked, and painted hope where paint peeled back. She made the house a home with simple things, a coffee cup, a hymn she'd sing. No marble halls, no garden wall, just laughter loud and narrow hall. And every nail and every tone became pure gold when she made the house a home. She rocked the kids by closet light, Turned cold beans into a warm night, wrapped up hurt with one dish rag, and mended dreams in grocery bags. She made the house a home with simple things, a coffee cup, a hymn she'd sing. No marble halls, no garden wall, just laughter loud in narrow hall. And every nail and every tone became pure gold when she made the house a home. Some build with bricks, some build with stone, but she used love and faith alone. She made the house a home, and when she's gone, it's still her voice that leads me on. I sit and pray on kitchen floor, feel her in every open drawer. She didn't rule, she didn't roam, but she changed the world when she made this house a home. There's a photo framed in Mama's hall, taken in June round Grandpa's stall. Daddy smiles and Mama beams, and I'm that kid with skinned up jeans. But off to the side, not quite in line, is my big brother hat pushed behind. No spotlight grin, no polished shirt, just quiet eyes behind the dirt. The quiet one in the photo there was always first to fix, last to care. He didn't speak unless it meant more than noise or compliment. While others posed in morning glow, he held the weight in the photo I know. He hauled the hay when no one looked, he patched my back but never took a single word for what he gave. Just pass me that or you be brave. The quiet one in the photo there was always first to fix, last to care. He didn't speak unless it meant more than noise or compliment. While others posed in morning glow, he held the weight in the photo I know. We lost him young, without much sound, but still he walks that patch of ground. The quiet one in the photo there still makes me stand, still makes me stare. They all recall the baby's face. I see the soul who held our place. He ain't in focus, ain't full show, but he's the one I still carry from that photo. Coat still hangs behind the door, shoes lying neat on the bedroom floor, curtains swaying like they know She's gone somewhere I can't go. I dust the frames, but not too hard. Her hair's still caught in my guitar. The bed's not made, I let it be, like she just stepped out for sweet tea. It's a room she never left, though she walked away. Her scent still clings, her ghost still stays. No goodbye, no final breath, just silence there with what she kept. She packed her bags, but not herself. It's a room she never left. The mirror holds her lipstick mark, that smile that used to light the dark. I try to sleep, but I just lay, watching shadows of yesterday. It's a room she never left, though she walked away. Her scent still clings, her ghost still stays. No goodbye, no final breath, just silence there with what she kept. She packed her bags, but not herself. It's a room she never left. Folks say time will clean the air, but love leaves traces everywhere. It's a room she never left, and maybe I don't want her to, 'cause letting go feels less like truth. So I sit here with lights turned low, talking to her soft and slow. She may be gone, but not bereft. It's a room she never left. Wore the same blue apron each year, knew where every bolt and nail lived near. He'd smile soft, say take your time, and throw in washers don't cost a dime. Kids ran in for keys and glue, farmers came for oil and shoe. He'd ask how mama's hip had healed, then point you down the plumbing field. The man at the hardware store held this town without a roar. He fixed more hearts than broken doors, gave advice and old I reckons galore. No statue stands, no flags that soar, but we lost something when the lights went dark at that hardware store. Closed on Sundays, went to pew, sang off key and rolled back too. Once gave a kid his lunch and coat, just said ain't nothing, just take the note. The man at the hardware store held this town without a roar. He fixed more hearts than broken doors, gave advice in old I reckons galore. No statue stands, no flags that soar, but we lost something when the lights went dark at that hardware store. Now for sale sign hangs out front, but no one walks in, not even once. The man at the hardware store ain't here to cut no keys no more, but every screw and paint-stained drawer still whispers back the life he wore. And I still pause at aisle 4, where a good man stood in that hardware store. Frame still cracked from '92, sits on the shelf near her perfume blue. Her smile caught in a younger light, while mine's grown soft with years and night. I fixed her sink, I changed her tires, lit up her porch when storms caught fire. But every time she held my hand, I'd squeeze then change the subject plan. I should have said it then, when time was kind, when she was here and not just mine. 3 little words I held too tight, like they'd mean more on some far night. But now I sit with might have beens and whisper low. I should have said it then. She never asked, she never cried. She read the love behind my pride. But now I'd trade these silent years for just one time to make it clear. I should have said it then, when time was kind, when she was here and not just mine. 3 little words I held too tight, like they'd mean more on some far night. But now I sit with might have beens and whisper low. I should have said it then. Some men build, some men defend, some never learn how hearts should bend. So if you're young or old like me, don't wait on pride or certainty. Lean in close and say it plain, before love's voice becomes a name. Don't end up like this foolish friend who loved her true, but should have said it then. Dad packed a bag at 4:30. Didn't say much, he closed the door. Mama said, let's take him down, so we drove in silence out of town. He sat up front, I rode him back, with baseball cards and a denim sack. He turned around at the county line, said, be good, son, then stared at time. The backseat was goodbye that day. No fireworks, no words to stay. No tears, no wave, no grand parade. Just a boy too young to be afraid. I watched him shrink beneath the sky from the place I learned. The backseat was goodbye. A payphone rang one week in June. Mama cried in the living room. I never asked, I never yelled, just folded tight the things he held. The backseat was goodbye that day. No fireworks, no words to stay. No tears, no wave, no grand parade. Just a boy too young to be afraid. I watched him shrink beneath the sky from the place I learned. The backseat was goodbye. Now I drive trucks down roads he knew and leave the windows cracked in June. But when my own son calls my name, I pull the brake, I drop the game. I don't repeat what he once tried. I don't teach love with backseat rides, 'cause I still see that distant sky. And the day I learned the backseat was goodbye. What if I'd called instead of waiting? What if I'd stayed when she was breaking? What if I turned the porch light on and met her tears before they were gone? What if I hadn't checked that phone and kissed her lips instead of stone? What if I left work on time and danced with her instead of that wine? A dozen what ifs haunt these walls, echo soft in empty halls. They don't shout, they just sit still, like folded notes on windowsills. And every night they softly drift through my heart. A dozen what ifs. What if I'd heard her silent plea? What if I gave the love she'd need? What if I held her when she shook instead of reaching for my book? A dozen what ifs haunt these walls, echo soft in empty halls. They don't shout, they just sit still, like folded notes on windowsills. And every night they softly drift through my heart. A dozen what ifs. laughed with a quiet first. Now what if I could turn back time? Would I still miss each subtle sign? Would I still lose the love I had to one more joke, one less I'm glad? Or would I change what I now miss and lose the weight of a dozen what ifs? Creaked in the breeze on Grandma's farm, a wooden swing, two hands and charm. We carved our names into the grain. She kissed me there before the rain. Daddy built it back in '62 with calloused hands and Elmer's glue. He said, this swing'll outlast me, and Lord, he sure was right, you see. That old porch swing still tells our tales of Sunday songs and paper pails, of barefoot love and cherry pie, of sitting close and wondering why some things leave and some things cling, like you and me. And that old porch swing. Mama rocked it when she cried, when letters came and brothers died. She'd hum a hymn and close her eyes, and time would hush its cruel reply. That old porch swing still tells our tales of whispered prayers and backyard trails, of wedding nights and newborn cries, of silent stares and long goodbyes. Some things fade, but this one sings, the heart still beats in that old porch swing. Now I sit there with our son, same old boards, that evening sun, and I just hope he'll understand what you can build with just two hands. That old porch swing don't ask for much, just time and stories, love and touch. It holds the years, the joy, the sting, it still holds us in that old porch swing. He fixed the fence before the sun, drank his coffee when the work was done, never raised his voice too loud, but when he spoke we all backed down. He'd nod at grace, not bow his head, read the obits while the bacon bled, built the crib then stood outside when Mama cried the first time I cried. Daddy never said too much, but he'd show up with tools and touch. Taught me love ain't always loud, it's in the mud, the sweat, the plow. His I love you was two worn gloves. Daddy never said too much, but it was enough. He called me son and not by name, just like his dad. He did the same, he prayed by fixing broken things and showed his soul in oil stains. Daddy never said too much, but he'd show up with tools and touch. Taught me love ain't always loud. It's in the mud, the sweat, the plow. His I love you was two warm gloves. Daddy never said too much, but it was enough. Now I'm the one who sits out back with coffee steam and hammer cloud. When my boy comes looking blue, I fix the gate and say me too. 'Cause Daddy taught me how to stay without a word, just in the way. And if he wonders what love does, I'll say Daddy never said too much, but it was enough. She'd sweep it clean by 6:30, a faded broom, 2 creaky bricks, her apron stained with flour and tea. That porch was more than just her seat. She'd wave at trucks that passed on by and hum to birds beneath the sky. Didn't chase the world or chase the storm. She just sat still and loved us more. She never left the porch but knew it all. Who broke a vase, who skipped the fall. She'd rock real slow with steady grace and somehow hold the whole darn place. She never traveled, flew or fought, but kept us close with every thought. Birthdays came and babies grew. Some left home like children do, but every Sunday after church we'd find her there, still on that perch. She never left the porch but knew it all. Who broke a vase, who skipped the fall. She'd rock real slow with steady grace and somehow hold the whole darn place. She never traveled, flew or fought, but kept us close with every thought. And when she passed, we left her there. That empty chair still held her prayer. She never left the porch, and I see how much she moved inside of me. I sit there now with my own cup and feel her whisper lift me up. She didn't roam but gave us torch, that woman strong who never left the porch. Behind some jars and rusted tools, wrapped in shirts from high school rules, Sits a guitar with a broken string, still hums soft when the robins sing. Used to echo through the porch, under stars and citron torch. Daddy strummed it with bare hands, taught me chords, not where to stand. The guitar in the shed don't play no stage, but it holds my youth, my father's age. It creaks a note when I walk by, like it remembers lullabies. It don't shine, it don't get fed, but love still sleeps in the guitar in the shed. Mama cried when he let go, said that's where his soul would show. So I sneak out on Sunday nights, pick 4 notes and feel him right. The guitar in the shed don't play no stage, but it holds my youth, my father's age. It creaks a note when I walk by, like it remembers lullabies. It don't shine, it don't get fed, but love still sleeps in the guitar in the shed. Someday I'll teach my son those strings, let him hear what silence brings. The guitar in the shed may fade away, but songs it knew still find their way. No amps, no crowd, no curtain call, just echoes neath that wooden wall. And when I'm gone, just bow your head, you'll still hear me in the guitar in the shed. Chased the sky beyond the corn, said goodbye like I'd been torn. Thought freedom was some dusty town with neon signs and windows down. The roads were wide, the nights were long. I played new bars, I sang old songs, but somewhere past that second state, I lost the man you used to wait. There's no map back to me, no red line home, no highway 3. I drew a road, then tore it clean, thinking I'd find the in-between. But now I drift like autumn leaves, 'cause I left you and no map leads back to me. Your voice still plays in motel air, through cracked alarms and vinyl chairs. I search for towns that feel like grace, but none replace your folded face. There's no map back to me, no red line home, no highway 3. I drew a road, then tore it clean, thinking I'd find the in-between. But now I drift like autumn leaves, 'cause I left you and no map leads back to me. I could turn around and cross the mile, but I'd be someone else all the while. There's no map back to me, the man I was when you loved me. I left too soon, I thought I'd grow, but some roots ain't meant to go. Now I haunt old roads and faded keys, and pray someday you'll draw the map back to me. Trumpets played beneath gray skies, not a tear fell from her eyes. She held her breath and stood up straight, like every word he taught her weighed. They placed the flag across his chest and whispered, "Ma'am, he gave his best." And when they knelt, she didn't shake, just reached her hands with quiet grace. She folded the flag, corner to star, pressed it close where the medals are. Didn't speak, didn't cry, just walked away with head held high. The world can break and men may brag, but no one stands like her who folded the flag. At home she set it by the bed, beside the Bible that he read, tucked a letter in its fold, the one he wrote when nights were cold. She folded the flag, corner to star, pressed it close where the medals are. Didn't speak, didn't cry, just walked away with head held high. The world can break and men may brag, but no one stands like her who folded the flag. No parade, no marching band, just one woman and one man. She folded the flag, now years have gone, but she still talks to him at dawn. With coffee steam and porch light low, she whispers things he'll never know. And though he's gone, her love won't lack. She's still the one who folded the flag. Her apron hung where it always stayed, beside the door she never swayed. But Tuesday came and so did rain, and with it quiet and no explain. Mama said she left at dawn, coffee cold, the lights still on. No suitcase packed, no luggage claimed, just one small ticket in her name. A ticket to somewhere, that's all we know. No map, no call, no footsteps slow. She wrote a note without a name, just said I tried but I need change. Some chase a dream, some chase the air. She just left with a ticket to somewhere. We found a letter on the sill, unsealed, unwritten, waiting still. Addressed to you if you still care, but empty lines were all left there. A ticket to somewhere, that's all we know. No map, no call, no footsteps slow. She wrote a note without a name, just said I tried but I need change. Some chase a dream, some chase the air. She just left with a ticket to somewhere. Some say she's dancing in the lights. Some say she sleeps through northern nights. But every spring the porch feels white, like missing shoes we can't not find. And though the world just spins out there, we still hold on to her ticket to somewhere. Clocked out on a Friday late. Boss said, son, don't show up late. I smiled and said I won't be back. Threw my tie in the backseat with my past. I took the old two-lane back road bend, past a sign that said start again. One hand out, radio loud, left my worries in that big town cloud. With $20 and a tank of gas, I left behind what I knew wouldn't last. No big plans, just a heart that's full of back road dreams and a belly half full. I may not have much, but man, it feels fast with $20 and a tank of gas. Stopped by Joe's for a slice and beer. Old folks smiled like I'd been here. My boots hit gravel, my soul hit peace. A breeze like that brings you release. With $20 and a tank of gas, I left behind what I knew wouldn't last. No big plans, just a heart that's full of back road dreams and a belly half full. I may not have much, but man, it feels fast with $20 and a tank of gas. Some folks chase gold or fame. Me, I'll take dirt roads in my daddy's name. With $20 and a tank of gas, I found a place where time moves past. Slow and easy, sweet and true, with porch light girls and sky so blue. I ain't rich, but I sure feel class. with $20 and a tank of gas. She tied it round to break of day, wiped sleepy eyes, then swept her way. Biscuits rising, coffee done. She was by a door for everyone. She stirred the soup, then stitched a tear, hung the wash with gentle care, fed the dog, then fed my soul, all while that apron took its toll. The apron never came off, not till night. Even then, hung close in sight. It caught her love, it caught her sweat, held crumbs of stories we don't forget. No crown or robe, no Sunday cloth, just quiet grace in an apron never taken off. She'd press my collar up my back, patch my jeans with burlap sack, and when the world turned dark or mean, she'd stand there strong, cotton and clean. The apron never came off, not till night. Even then, hung close in sight. It caught her love, it caught her sweat, held crumbs of stories we don't forget. No crown or robe, no Sunday cloth, just quiet grace in an apron never taken off. And when she passed, I kept it still, like it could fold the way she will. The apron never came off in her life, and I see it now in my own wife. A threadbare flag of love well worn, that raised a house and held us warm. The world may move, the rest may scoff, but I believe some angels never take the apron off. She tied it up every morning light, with hands that shook but held on tight. Bacon sizzling, boots by the door, and lunch packed like a prayer for war. I tugged that string when I was scared. She'd been right down like I was rare. No superhero cape or wings, just love wrapped up in apron strings. Oh, Mama's apron strings, they held the world tied up tight round a little boy curl. They caught my tears, wiped off my mess, and made a house feel heaven blessed. I've walked far, done foolish things, but I still reach for Mama's apron strings. Now her chair sits by the sink, and I pour her coffee, let her think. She don't cook much, don't say a lot, but her quiet smile says all I forgot. And Mama's apron strings, they held the world tied up tight round a little boy curl. They caught my tears, wiped off my mess, and made a house feel heaven blessed. I've walked far, done foolish things, but I still reach for Mama's apron strings. Sometimes you don't outgrow or break, they're stitched in you with love she'd made. Mama's apron strings, they're faded now, but they still hold me here somehow. Through nights alone and choices wrong, through every line in every song, they're not just cloth, they're sacred things. I'm still held by Mama's apron strings. She stayed through all my reckless years, through slammed doors and silent tears. Cooked for two but ate alone, prayed I'd one day call this home. I chased my pride, ignored her face, took her love and gave it space. Then one day I looked around, the quiet hit without a sound. She left when I was ready, when my hands could finally hold steady, when I had words I never said, and time to warm an empty bed. She left soft, no loud confetti, but Lord, she left when I was finally ready. Now I make coffee just for one, watch the porch fade in the sun. I found her note beneath the light, said don't wait long to get it right. She left when I was ready, when my hands could finally hold steady, when I had words I never said, and time to warm an empty bed. She left soft, no loud confetti, but Lord, she left when I was finally ready. Now I'm the man she begged to see, but I'm just him, too late to be. She left when I was ready, when love had roots and I'd grown steady. Now I fold shirts and stack the plates and count the steps behind our gates. I write her songs with no machete, just tears that fall since she left when I was ready. It's chipped on top and hums off key, been sitting there since '83. Mama used to twist the dial while frying eggs and humming mild. Daddy'd sip his morning joe, tap his boots and nod real slow, while Haggard sang of things gone wrong and Mama mouthed each lonesome song. The kitchen radio still plays on low through quiet meals and falling snow. It's not that loud, but Lord, it knows the love and loss this old house holds. No fancy screens, no modern glow, just memories in the kitchen radio. I moved away, I found a life, 2 kids, a job, a city wife. But every time I visit back, that old thing brings my soul on track. The kitchen radio still plays on low through quiet meals and falling snow. It's not that loud, but Lord, it knows the love and loss this old house holds. No fancy screens, no modern glow, just memories in the kitchen radio. Some songs age like the paint on walls and take you home with just 2 chords. Now Mama's gone and Daddy too, but every dawn it still breaks through. I turn it up just soft and slow and say good morning to the ones I know. It ain't much, but it's all I know, that I'm still loved by the kitchen radio.